Hola students, I hope that you are all doing well. We will not be meeting on Google Meet today. Therefore, you will have to watch this video carefully and make notes. There are still quite a few persons who have not yet sent me the second paragraph of this reading. Por favor, please try to do so. Now, this is the reading that we're going to move on to next. Young people also have problems, and it's based on daily routines. I won't do a sample reading here, but it will be posted separately on Google Classroom. So practice this and send to me. So you're going to start from la percepción and go to preocupación. Now, en la clase pasada, we started our focus on el árbol genealógico, the family tree. Now, whenever it says that you want to know the relationship between one family member and another, this is the question that we ask. ¿Quién es el or la? Then you drop in the family member that you're asking about, de, followed by the person's name. So, ¿quién es? Family member, de, the person's name. And this is simply saying who is Ashley's mother, who is Britannia's sister, who is Maria's mother, who is Michael's father, etc. So, ¿quién es? You drop in the family member, de, the person's name. So, let us focus on my examples for a moment. In example 1, I want to find out who is Maria's mother. So, notice I start off with the ¿quién es, just as how I have it there in the structure. Then, I want to find out who Maria's mother is. So, I would have to put the family member on the line. So, notice I have la madre, followed by de. Then, I have the person's name. Remember, it's Maria's mother that I want to find out about. So, notice I have de Maria. Now, in example 2, I am following the same structure. So, I have ¿quién es? I drop in the family member. Then I have de, followed by the name of the person. So, example 2, who is Michael's father? Notice I have ¿quién es? Then I have the family member, which is el padre. De, the name of the person, which is Michael. ¿Quién es el padre de Michael? So, all you need to find out the family relation between one family member and another is ¿quién es? Drop in the family member, de, the person's name. Try these 6 in your books for me, please. Remember the structure. So it is ¿quién es? You drop in the family member, de, followed by the person's name. Ensure you pause the video to make note of your answers.
A few moments later.
If you wrote down ¿quién es el tío de Pablo? ¿Quién es la hermana de Jessica? ¿Quién es la abuela de Miguel? ¿Quién es la prima de Esteban? ¿Quién es la nieta de Simón? And ¿quién es el sobrino de María? Then you are correct. Now, para responder, to respond to the question, you simply start off with the family member that you were asked about. So if you were asked about the mother, you would start off with la madre. If you were asked about the father, you would start off with el padre. So you start off with the family member, de, the person's name, es, and then you put your answer. So the family member, de, the person's name, es, then you put the answer. So let us say we want to express in Spanish, Maria's mother is Ana. So we would start off with the family member, which would be mother. So we have la madre de, then we put the person's name, Maria, es, and then we put our answer, which is Ana. So as long as you follow this structure, you can't go wrong. So you start off with the family member, de, the person's name, es, then you put your answer. So for example, Miguel's cousin is Bob. So notice I start off with the family member, which is cousin. So I have el primo de, then I have the person's name, Miguel, es, and then I have the answer, which is Bob. So the family member would go on the first line and the person's name would go on the second line. And then you would simply put your answer on the final line. So how would you express the following in Spanish? If you said, la madre de Sasha es Patrice, el tío de Bob es Pablo, la prima de Jason es Isabella, and el esposo de Beyoncé es Jay-Z, you are correct. However, let's say, for example, you are asking about more than one family members. For example, who are Maria's parents, who are Michael's sisters, who who are this person's brothers, grandparents, etc. Right? So if it is plural, the question would then change to ¿Quién es son? Then you put in the family members that you're talking about, de the person's name. Now, I don't want anybody to get confused at this point in time. So now we are talking about more than one family member. So before we were just asking about the mother or the father or the uncle or the brother, etc. Now we are talking about the brothers, the uncles, and the parents, more than one. So let's look on my two examples. Example number 1. Who are Maria's parents? So I would ask, ¿Quiénes son los padres de María? Notice I have the ¿Quién es son? Then I put in the family members I'm talking about. In this case, it is parents. Then I have de, then the person's name, which is Maria. In example 2, notice that I am also following the structure. Notice I have who are Michael's sisters. I have ¿Quién es son? Then I have the family members, which are sisters. So I have las hermanas. Then I have de. Then I have the name of the person, which is Michael. Now pause the video and try these 3 for yourselves. If you wrote, ¿Quiénes son los tíos de Pablo? And ¿Quiénes son los abuelos de Miguel? As well as ¿Quiénes son las primas de Esteban? Then you are correct. Now, para responder, you start off with the family members who you are talking about, then you put the name of the person, and then you would put your answer. So the family members, de, name of the person, answer. So let us say we want to say Maria's parents are Anna and Bob. So we start off with the family members we're talking about, in this case parents. So we would put los padres de, you put the name of the person, Maria, son, and then you put the answer, Anna y Bob. Let's look on my second example. Miguel's cousins are Bob and Tracy. So notice I start off with the family members, which would be cousins. So I have los primos. Then I have the name of the person, de Miguel. Then I have son, followed by the answer. Pause the video and try these for yourselves. So start off with the family members, de, the name of the person, son, and then you put your answer. Now, este es el fin del video. That's the end of our video, but your activity, it's here, and it will also be posted separately on Google Classroom. Adios.